Hello and welcome to Bo Beats and another Digitakt tutorial. My name is Bo and this is a channel about music production, synthesizers and a bit of creativity. And if you hear random noises in the background, you should just know that my family is at home, but that doesn't stop me from recording a tutorial for you guys. In today's video I'm going to show you how to sample into the Digitakt. So I'm going to pick a couple of different sources, plug it into the Digitakt, sample into it, as well as doing some internal sampling. And hopefully I can teach you how to do it and show you how you can use this a bit creatively as well. Elektron. So besides the settings menu, you have the sampling button here. You can see we have 33 seconds of memory. Up here it says source. That means that we have chosen a source here. It's the external left, and with the, let's see here, with the G knob here, we can switch it from L, R, left, right to both left and right, as well as internal left, internal right, and internal left, right. And you can also turn on the monitor with this one. That makes it so you can listen to the signal that comes into the Digitakt. And you can also set the threshold with the F knob here. You can probably see that it moves. That basically sets a level, and when the audio that comes into, or the internal audio, passes that threshold, the recording will start. Now you have two different options here if you want to record. You have, you can have three different options really. You have the function plus yes. That will just start the recording, as we don't have any source, anything going in, it's just a lot of noise. And you press yes to stop. And you press function and no to remove the sample. So when you press function and no, you remove it from the memory, basically. So until you have removed the sample, it stays in the memory of the Digitakt, and that's pretty neat. The other way, so we did function plus yes, that just starts it, and if you just press yes, now we have armed the recorder. So if we now start to play something, and we, for example, have set a certain threshold, we start playing something, it will start recording when the audio passes the threshold. That's basically it. And this is very useful because now we can go out of the menu, and you can see that this button has lighted up. This means that it's armed and ready. So we could go to another menu here, for example, in order to be ready to tweak the sound while recording, and I think that's very useful as well. Now, what if we have connected, say, a radio or something into the Digitakt, and we just want to, and suddenly something comes along that we want to sample? Well, you can just press function and direct. And if we press it again, you can see it started recording. So function plus the sampling button enables the record. So let's start by recording my voice into the Digitakt here. So I have my trusted Rode NT3, and we put it into, let's see here, the left input. And since I put the microphone in the input L, I just use the G button here, or G knob here, to switch to external left. And now you can see that when I speak, there's audio coming in. I think we'll record a couple of phrases, me talking, and just see what we can do with it. I don't want any threshold for this recording, and I'm just going to press function and yes. Digitakt. And when you press yes to stop the recording, it will normalize it. So let's listen to it here. Digitakt. Elektron. And as you could hear from the recording, there was a bit of background noise. That's not from the Digitakt itself. It's from the microphone. Now from here we can trim the recording. Use the A knob here to choose the start, and the C knob to change the ending, basically. And if you press yes at any point, you will do a trimming. So using the A knob here, lets me scrub through the wave file here. And using the C knob, well, it's the same. As you can see here, there are basically two smaller windows above the big waveform, and those smaller windows shows you an enlargement of where you're at with the beginning and the ending. So let's see if we can find something. Digitakt. Let's sample Digitakt. We move the end and start knobs here. Digitakt. And now when we have a selection here, we can just press yes, and we can name the file. So use function and the play button to clear it. Function again to select the naming here. And let's just call it Digitakt. And when we press yes, we save it, and then we can assign it to a channel. So let's assign it to channel number 1. Right, so we have the sample there. Now, the nifty thing is here, if you go back here into the sampling menu, suddenly we have the entire waveform again. The entire recording is there. So basically you move through these steps, and when you've saved something, it reverts back to showing you the entire waveform. So let's save another piece of this sample here. Elektron. And we assign it to channel number 2. So now we have my beautiful voice here on channel 1 and 2. Digitakt, Elektron. And if we go back, we could pull out even more information from the sample, but let's not. I think we have had enough of my voice for now. Function, no, removes it. So let's have a little coffee. Now I thought it would be funny to record something from my smartphone, so here we have it. And we'll plug it into the left input here as well. Then on the phone here I have some pulse width modulation, quite literally I think. And here's the sample.
Hello, welcome to another Sonic Lab. Today we're looking at the pulse width modulation.
And if you want to see the full video where this is taken from, I'll just leave a link down in the description. It's a really funny video made by, I guess, a fan of Sonic State. So let's trim it here.
Welcome to the pulse width modulation.
And now I think we need some drums and other elements that we can sample in. So I'll just remove my phone here and exchange it to a little arcade here, a Teenage Engineering Pocket Operator Arcade 20, because it's easy to fit on camera. So now we have 3 samples here from the Pocket Operator 20. So now I'd like to try and make a little drum groove on it and resample it as a new mono file. And one thing that I think is very fun is to play percussions chromatically.
Pulse width modulation.
Pulse width modulation.
Pulse width modulation.
Elektron. So now we have a crazy little groove here. I made it on the fly with some Nick Bat pulse with modulation and my beautiful voice saying Digitakt. So let's resample it into a loop. Now, one thing to keep in mind here is that you should probably not add delay and reverb, because delay and reverb are stereo sends. But when you resample it, it will become a monofile, and of course that will affect how the reverb and delay sounds. I think it's better to add it afterwards. So let's see here if we can resample. Go to sample menu, and I'll set a threshold here with the F knob. And when I've done so, I can just arm it, and I can press play. Oh, sorry, I need to change the source as well to internal left and right. I usually leave a little bit of a tail on the sound because it doesn't hurt. You don't have to trim it perfectly. So yes, and we'll press yes again, and we call this beat. Now we don't have any space here for a new sample, so we'll just press no to skip it. And let's say we want to say that this pattern number 1 here, let's save it. Pattern number 1 here is where we do the most of the work here for this loop. Now let's move to pattern number 2. And in pattern number 2, we can just go to sound number 1 here. Let me just remove the sample here, and we can go to here to the sample menu and go to the source here and choose slot 15, press yes, and as you can see, we now have a list here of samples that we have sampled, and we have beat number 100 here, and we load it and press the trig here, and we change to think we made it, did we make it 64 steps? Yeah, maybe. And we have to change as well the, of course, the amp envelope here, and we'll try. And voila, we have resampled everything. And now, of course, we can add some different stuff to it. We can add some filter manipulation here. Let me just tweak it a bit. We can add some LFO here. We could, for example, yeah, we can use the frequency. I think it'll be fun. And now we can, of course, add some reverb. And some delay to the sound as well. And now when we have the loop, I want to show you one last thing. I told you you could sample and tweak the sound at the same time. So we're going to sampling menu, we press yes to arm it, we have a threshold set, internal sampling, and you don't have to set the length or anything, you can just record the 33 seconds. So we go out again and we'll start on filter here, and when I press play here, I will start tweaking. So it's very simple to record this kind of changes to the sound, and you could of course, parameter lock it as well onto the track, but it's very fun to do it on the fly. Now, of course, as you could hear from this sample here, when you record the delay and reverb as mono, it does lose some of the feel to it, but you can do some pretty fun things with live tweaking the delay and so on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial here on how to sample into the Digitakt, and that you maybe found some enjoyment from me sampling Nick Bat and myself and so on. I really hope you stick around. Perhaps you want to subscribe. I'll be doing a lot more coverage on the Digitakt as well as other products in the future. And be sure to leave comments what you want to know about the Digitakt, what you want to see. So this was Bo from Bo Beats, and have a pleasant day. Thank you so much.